It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
Thank you for staying up late with us here on The Factor Uncensored. We have a great program for you, as we do every night. Oscar-winning actress and comedian Monique is making it clear how she feels about Tyler Perry. They have been feuding for years. Monique had accused Tyler Perry and Oprah of blackballing her from Hollywood. And despite Monique apologizing to both for those claims back in February, it appears Monique still has hard feelings towards both Oprah and Tyler Perry. She went in on the icons during a recent comedy performance. Take a look.
You Oprah Winfrey, you Tyler Perry. That cold I said it. Say it with me. You Oprah Winfrey. You Tyler Perry. You cold. Now some got scared. They was like, you going too far, bitch. I love that black raggedy bitch. I love that black simple-minded. I love Oprah Winfrey's black ass. And we just need to bring her back to black. I need you to bend her to and her like a Nashville, Tennessee and bring that bitch back to black. Oh, bitch, be quiet. You gonna get some money out of this. And every time you see you see gay. Best friends. Is what they say. I've never seen best friends like that. We ain't seen Stephanie in 30 years. Who is loving Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King? Each other! But we don't want to say this out loud because it's Oprah Winfrey. I'm too old to be scared of this bitch. I'm too old to be intimidated by this bitch. I'm too old to hold the truth. You know why Oprah Winfrey, Melvin? Because that bitch tried to me privately. Well,
Your thoughts on this?
Honestly, when I saw that clip, I was like, oh, Lord, not again. It's almost like she's obsessed, or either you're going to come out and tell us what exactly did they do, or what is it? Because it's like this guessing game is too much. And it's like, come on, Monique. Like,
all right, Blame the Comic. Your thoughts about this, your fellow comedian.
You know, one thing I can say is that a hurt dog will holler. You know what I mean? I think that she has been, she's been stressed out because not only have they affected her career, but they've affected her bottom line, which is her financials. And I think the damage is so done that you know what I mean? There's no way of coming back. So I think she's just putting it out there till something change or something gives to where somebody's hand is forced either way. I will give her kudos for pushing a narrative for, you know, the up and coming females behind her. But, you know, I think on every level, people only deal with you so far to where, you know, you're being taken advantage of to some degree. You know how she mentioned that she only got paid a certain amount for pressures and things like that, and they still wanted all the work and just to squeeze her dry. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the industry, and then she didn't go for it, and she had to pay. It's unfortunate that she had to pay, you know, the price for it, but I don't think she was wrong. So, you know, she's obviously still not over it. So, you know what I mean? She's gonna keep saying it till it gets the right attention.
And one of the things that I read in some of the comments, people said they were at that show and they said they felt uncomfortable hearing that. And they said they wanted to hear comedy, and that's not comedy to them. That's her still angry with Oprah and Tyler Perry. So if your audience is responding that way, Blame, as a comedian, what do you do?
So here's the thing. Unfortunately, you know, they say pain is comedy. But unfortunately, she haven't found the funny in her pain. It's just coming out as venting. You know what I mean? And so if I were her, you know what I mean? Instead of just, you know, using expletives about, you know, what they can do to her and what they can suck and this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? I would get a group of comics around me to help me write a set that would better, you know, portray what she's going through and what's happened and what's taking place, you know what I mean, to her career being blackballed, and just all the nuances that, you know, we're not getting the funny in.
Got it. And let's bring in Dr. Angela Jones. Dr. Jones, what's clearly behind this is a lot of hurt and pain that Monique is going through. Your thoughts on how she's handling it?
You know, she's handling it in not the right way. She's handling it in the way that she believes is the right way, which is on stage, which is what I know when it comes to performing, not only with comedians and other people, they perform their pain, their happiness, and that's therapeutic for them. But the problem with her use of her therapy is that she's not really given enough context, right? So it's like, we hear that you want us to do this to Oprah and Tyler, but you're not really giving us enough context so we can not like them either. I almost feel like she would have been better using a platform of like a tell-all book or something like that really detailed what was going on so we can empathize with her. Because part of comedy is like being connected with the person on the stage and feeling like you're in it with them and you laugh as well at the story. But the problem is like you're telling us really vile things about these two very famous, very prominent figures, but we don't really understand exactly why. And it's very uncomfortable. And I know she's dealing with a lot of hurt and pain. And rather than going on stage first, she should have went to therapy first. I don't know if she has or has not. Worked it out there, then went on the stage to do that.
And Superstar, one of the things that we heard in this set that we all had a chance to view is, as Dr. Jones just said, a lot of vile comments and rumors about her and Gayle and things that, you know, why was that necessary? What's your thoughts on that?
No, like you said, it's not necessary at all. And it's not funny at this point. She's actually digging a deeper hole for herself, honestly, to have these people in the industry not even work with her, period. Like, I wouldn't even want to work with anybody like that, because I mean, you are, and
I would say there would be no private conversations with that person
at all.
Anything that you guys say to her or we say to her, it's on the stage from her perspective.
Right. And it's like, what does Gayle have to do with it? Like, why are you even bringing her into all of this mess? Like, why? And if I was in that audience too, I would feel uncomfortable, because it's if I paid my money to see a comedian perform and all you're doing is bashing, using this stage to bash people, it's like, when is it going to stop? When is 2024 going to start over?
And as we wrap up here, Dr. Jones, what advice would you have for someone who may be going through this at any level of their life where they just can't let it go? And obviously, you don't want to tell people to let it go, but you want to tell them how to deal with it, how to address it. What would be your best advice for someone who has an issue that just won't let them rest?
For her to understand, or people that are dealing with something like this, is that it's not that we don't believe you. It's not that we don't think that this didn't happen. I am sure a lot of what she said has happened. But the thing is, you have to do it in a way that is feeding your spirit and your soul, right? And I understand you're hurt. You have a right to be hurt. You have a right to be angry. You have a right to all those emotions. So I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to feel those things, but are you doing it in a way that's really feeding your spirit, that's actually building you up? I mean, you're trying to build a legacy. Is this feeding into your legacy, right? So that's why, you have to deal with some of this stuff on a personal level, therapeutically, spiritually, in whatever way you see fit first, in order for you to empower yourself to help in this space and to help yourself. So I believe that they probably did some horrible stuff to her. I've never doubted that. It's just not healthy in the way that she's doing it, not for her legacy, her history. I mean, she is an icon, and she is messing that up by doing stuff like this.
Good morning. Today is Monday, May 6th. The year is 2024. It's a beautiful Monday morning. These weeks be flying by. Now I get the trash back out tomorrow. The weeks be flying by. It's a beautiful, gorgeous Monday morning. It's supposed to rain today. It rained yesterday. Rain Saturday. I guess we need these rains so the grass can grow and the flowers can be beautiful and things blossom and we have a beautiful spring. Now let's get on to Monique. So Monique went after Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Oprah's girlfriend, Gail, in a concert. And a lot of people are still not quite understanding why Monique remains angry with those entities, Tyler Perry, the corporation of the company, the LLC, Oprah Winfrey, the company, the corporation, the LLC, Tyler Perry. These are entities that are bigger than just Oprah and Tyler Perry. They're massive conglomerates who control much of Black Hollywood. And just by making one phone call to certain people, your career's over with. And unless you've been blackballed in any career, and I'm not just talking about acting, singing, dancing, entertainment. I have friends who've been blackballed from nursing, can't get a nursing job nowhere else because of a bad incident they had at a hospital here in Atlanta. And every time they try to go work someplace else, they can't get past whatever's in the resume or previous jobs. They can't get past that, and so they've had to actually change careers from a career that they loved. I know people have been blackballed from all kinds of stuff. One of my friends who was a big insurance salesman here in Atlanta. Fell out with an insurance company, couldn't work for insurance anymore. In the insurance company, he was huge. I forget what he did for these companies. Even they used to have a billboard. Until you've been harmed by people who work in the industry that you love to work for, obviously Monique loved what she was doing. She was having good success up to the point that she ran into the brick wall of Oprah and Tyler Perry. Now, people keep pretending like they don't know. Well, we don't know what happened, like they were saying in that video. Monique has made it very clear what happened. They were trying to get her to go overseas to a film festival to promote the movie Precious. She had already been paid a paltry sum of $50,000 for the movie. They wanted her to buy these expensive gowns, travel, hotels, expensive, go over there, out her own money, because they didn't offer to pay for this. Oprah and Tyler Perry came on as they weren't involved. They were not involved in the movie in the very beginning. It was Lee Daniels' movie. After the movie was completed, Oprah and Tyler Perry said, "Oh, well, we're going to promote the movie. We're going to become executive producers, and we're going to invest in it, and let's go, push this movie," which got Monique an Oscar. But they didn't come to Monique and say, "Let's offer you some cash money to go out and promote this, because we need you, the star of this movie, to go to this film festival and help push this movie, and we'll pay you XYZ. We'll pay for your clothing. We'll pay for your traveling, your time." Did they have the money? Did the corporation, Oprah Winfrey, the corporation, Tyler Perry, did they have the cash to do this? Of course they did. Yeah, they did. But did they do it? No, they didn't do it. She said, "I decline. I'm not going to pay for this. I can't afford this." Monique said, "I'm tired. Y'all have it. I'm done." They were upset about this. She's been told the story 1,000 times. And I'm on Monique's side 100% of the way, because, I know what it's like to be blackballed. When somebody says, "We don't want you here no more because we don't like you because whatever." She had a great career up to that point. Now, you all can say what you want to. She won an Oscar for that movie. She's a damn good actress. And everybody can say, "Well, go on and do your own projects. You do something else." Okay. Lee Daniels did step forward and give her a role about a year or two ago. She did it for Netflix or something. But you all have to understand something. Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey have worked in the background to make sure she don't work nowhere. That she don't do nothing. No films, no. They did this years ago. Nobody's going to cross Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. Why would they do that? Has Tyler Perry blackball other people that I personally know who work for Tyler Perry Studios at some point? Yeah, hell yeah. And they ain't working nowhere. Black Hollywood ain't so big. Y'all make it seem like she can run over there and go work with Steven Spielberg. But Steven Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey are good friends. So why the hell would Steven Spielberg hire Monique to do a film when y'all don't get it? Oprah knows everybody. And Oprah made it clear, and Tyler Perry, hey, we don't want her working no more. Because of that movie Precious. So y'all can sit back and say, well, she's mad and she's bitter. No, her career's been sabotaged. And unless you've been through that and walked a mile in her shoes, you wouldn't understand it. You can sit back and say what you want to. I'm going to buy her out. What else can she do? Let's say she went and made her own movie. She still got to get distribution. Who's going to distribute the film? She still got to get it on. Oprah and Tyler's hands are like spider webs everywhere. She did something with Lee Daniels. I think she did some small films. She did something I saw a few years back that was really fairly decent. But the fact of the matter is this, that she struggled for a black actress to have won an Oscar for that role. Precious was a very tough movie. I only watched that movie once or twice because I didn't particularly. I love the movie. Thought it was a great movie, but it's just a hard movie to watch. And like she said, it was a hard movie to go out and promote. And after stick to the movie, that was a tough role that she played in that movie, and a very tough, disturbing movie to watch. You know, one of them black trauma movies that Tyler Perry and Oprah just love for some odd reason. Every movie they have, if you ever watch anything by Tyler Perry, there's always some type of black trauma of some type. There's nothing that I didn't particularly care for that Color Purple musical they just came out with a few months ago. I watched it on TV. I didn't go to the movie theater. I didn't care for it. I forgot all about how Bale mashing the Color Purple was. I hadn't watched that movie in years. Watch that. I was like, okay, they got to come up with something better than this. We still dealing with Color Purple. That's why it flopped. I think people have had enough of that. They could have put a lot more money into something a little bit more creative, I believe. But Monique has every reason to be upset. She's going to be mad until the day she dies. Because she's not able, and you all can say what you want to, but until you all have walked in her shoes, until you understand, and these people in this panel that were just discussing something, and they live in a fantasy where she done told you everything these folks did to her. And I believe every word of it. I know she ain't lying. I know Tyler Perry, y'all ain't never dealt with no black Christians before? I have. They something else. And they do things in the name of Jesus. Jesus told us to blackball her ass. I can see it now. Tyler Perry proclaims to be this big Christian, which should be big lies, the biggest lie on planet Earth. And Oprah Winfrey also claims to be some big Christian and Jesus and God. Them people, you got to watch them people like a hawk, because I don't like dealing with these crazy religious people, because they do horrible stuff to people. Horrible stuff to people. And in their head, God has made it right for them to do this evil stuff to people. I've been around a lot of Christians. I grew up in a Christian household. I've dealt with a lot of religious people. I tend not to I don't want to deal with them. For a lot of reasons, mainly because they're so vindictive, evil, disgusting people, and they say it all in the name of Jesus while they doing some very vicious stuff to you. So I can imagine she has tried really hard to move on, but how can she move on? She'd have to switch careers. Now, I found it to be quite funny when I saw it. I thought it was kind of funny, her attacking the holy realm, the holy grail rather, of Oprah and Tyler Perry. She's been discussing them for years, y'all. I don't think she's ever going to change that, because they harmed her in such a way that she's very angry about them, rightfully so. I get what they did to her. Y'all don't understand it for some odd reason. And this is the problem that I think you all struggle with, but I don't. Oprah's black. Tyler Perry's black. Lee Daniels is black. Those three black people conspired against another black actress. Do you get it now? That's why she's so angry. These were white folks. These were three black people. conspired to harm another black person because she wouldn't go promote. They wouldn't do what she told. They would not. She didn't do what they told her to do. Mind you, they didn't offer no financial incentive for her to go promote this movie. They wanted her to go buy expensive dresses, run around, fly expensive flights, stay at expensive hotels, and nobody offered one dime, one penny. They didn't offer anything. That's why she didn't do it. These wealthy people, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, I don't know how much money Lee Daniels got, but we know Tyler Perry, we know Oprah got money. It did nothing for her to write a check for $100,000. She's going to promote this movie. Did she do it? She didn't. But when Monique said, I'm not doing that, I'm staying home with my babies, they didn't like that. And they proceeded to do what they did to her career. Now, say what y'all want to say. This woman is not lying. Monique is not lying on them. She's not lying on them. Tyler Perry even called her. They have a recording of Tyler Perry talking to Monique. You can go to Monique. She recorded them. Monique, Tyler Perry called her, gave a half-ass apology. So, like I said, unless y'all, Monique's never going to get past this. All the therapy in the world is not going to get past that somebody has harmed your career that you worked so hard for. Like I said, you can be in any field. I have a friend that's going through some really tough times right now. He was an executive at one of these car companies. What was that car company? I want to say... Anyway, he was an executive at one of these cars on the American side in the United States. During a series of events, some things happened this was a black guy, and I've known this man for years. He was an executive at one of these car companies. It's on the tip of my tongue. They fired him. He has not been able to work at any car company since. Has he tried? Oh, yeah. He's tried. He's tried. He's lost everything in this battle. He's even sued his previous employer they're still going back and forth. The only reason why he sued them because as he was trying to move forward with his career, this kept coming up in the background. And so he said, well, let me go get an attorney and let's squash this mess over here. And they had these pending lawsuits ever since, but he couldn't move forward. And I had to talk to him. I said, I know that you know so much about the car industry, but you're going to have to switch careers. I said, right here in this kitchen, I said, you've got to focus on something else to do while you're suing these entities and all this other stuff, but you got to move forward. You got to find something. It's so hard. Man's a little bit younger than me. Sometimes you got a career, got to pivot. I said, you got to find something else to do now. You can't let this one that, people switch careers all the time now. And it might be time for Monique to also consider switching careers so she can start having success doing something else where there's no brick wall in the way keeping her from doing films and acting and stage productions and the stuff that she wants to do. I know she loves it. She probably does love it. I mean, she's on tour now with Cat Williams, I believe. He gave her an opportunity. Should she focus more on writing better stuff? Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that much about Monique's stand-up career. I mean, I remember she had a TV show back in the day, and I remember her going on tour. I think she was with the Queens of Comedy. I'm not too sure. I don't know much about her stand-up career, and but I know one thing. Not every stand-up comedy that's having good success is funny. Look at that little short guy, the little black short. I don't like his comedy. I don't think he's funny at all. But he's huge. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The little short guy. He's always on Netflix and stuff. He's on TV commercials and stuff like that. I don't find his stuff to be relatively funny. He's in movies and everything. I don't think he's funny at all, but he's huge. Who knows? I mean, I think Cat Williams talked about him in that interview. Well, I can't think of that actor's name. He's a comedian. He does stand-up. Short black guy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't think his stuff is funny at all. I don't find it funny. But again, until you all have walked around in her shoes, and experience the trauma she has experienced. My friend who worked for the auto company, he was a huge executive making all this money, lost that job. His life spiraled out of control. Ended up getting divorced from his wife. There was a lot of things that happened as a direct result of him losing that job. But like I told him, and I'll tell anybody, you can't put all your eggs in one basket anymore. You got to have many eggs in many baskets. So in case one basket go bad, one egg go bad, you still got all these other baskets that you can go over there and do. But some people don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to get past adversity. They don't know how. Some people don't know how to jump these roadblocks and move on to something else. Sometimes you do have to move on with something else. You can't keep beating a dead horse. Monique, I get what she's going through. I understand what she's going through. I understand every problem. I've been there myself. But you got to jump those hurdles. Get past the adversity. And maybe switch careers. This is a big, bright, beautiful world out here. And everything don't have to be done in the United States of America. There's a huge film industry in South Africa and Nigeria where they love black American actors to come over. She can go over there and possibly have a great career there if she wants to continue to act. She don't have to do it in the United States. We all get so caught up in the United States of America. Fuck this place. You can go anyplace else. But you can also be able to pivot. If something's no longer working out for you, and that goes for everybody, including myself. I used to build and renovate houses for years. Almost 15 years of my life, longer than that. And when the economy tanked in '08, that was over with. I didn't want to go back to that. I was done with it any damn way. I moved on to something else, something I love doing. And I'll tell anybody, look yourself in the mirror and say, what do I love to do? What do I like to get out of bed every morning and I'm going to enjoy doing? What is it? Because sometimes you just got to move forward. Can't keep looking back at what was yesterday. That's over with. Yeah, they shot her career down dead. They did. They did. They blackballed her. We all know this. I don't think she's lying, and everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows what took place. So that's where the anger from Monique is never going to go nowhere else. It's never going to go anywhere. But now she's going to have to find some way, somehow, I know it sounds easier said than done. Maybe switch careers, leave the United States, focus on something else. There are things that she can do on social media. She can create her own. Like, I think Country Wayne, he created his own thing on social media. He's doing very well with that. I mean, maybe she doesn't have the writing skills. Maybe she needs to be with a group of writers who can write stuff, and then she can do stuff through social media or something or some other way to promote her acting career here. I mean, but continuously focusing on what took place between her and Oprah Tyler Perry over that was some time ago. Yes, it's still having an impact on her life. Yes, I understand it, but it's time for her. She may have to move on. At least have some peace with what took place. And again, it's easier said than done. Because like I said, I know plenty of people. A friend of mine who was this nurse and got ran about these hospitals here in Atlanta, and for just being a damn good nurse. I mean, he was a black nurse, a black professional. He was very well. He even got a what do you call it when you get your doctorate in nursing? A nurse, I forget what it's called. But anyway, he went that far. I remember he got that. This man is a brilliant individual. He can't work at no hospital here in Georgia, none. And because he's so good, they don't like that. Smart, really questioning people. They didn't like it. So, in fact, he's still in nursing, but he doesn't work. He has a beautiful house here in Georgia. I told him he to sell that damn place because he ain't paid nothing for it years ago. That shit probably worth about $1 million right about now. I'm not lying. And I think he paid $100,000 for it. We searched the whole out. He got into Vinings when it was cheap, and it is beautiful what he has. I said, renovate it, get your $1 million and go. But he works in another state now. He doesn't even work here in Georgia anymore because they wouldn't hire him based upon what took place at a couple of hospitals here. Another friend who was a doctor, he's down in Florida now. And he was used to work. There's a lot of racist shit that goes on in these hospitals here in Georgia. You know, everybody, we love Atlanta, Georgia got racist shit going on here. Because all them hospitals that I'm talking about that my friends work for that have these problems right here in Atlanta. Atlanta. Nowhere else. And they blackball these people. The other friend, he down in Florida. He said he likes it better down there, but he said he'd never come back to Atlanta and work in that environment. And these are people, professional people, intelligent people, who didn't want to go with a fucked up ass program that could possibly harm somebody. And they said, I'm not doing this. No, we're not doing that. And they got blackballed. So, and they had to go someplace else. Luckily, they're still in their career of choice, just not here in Georgia. But anyway, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting there drinking this damn coffee. I got to take these doggies out. It's going to be a hot day today. It's supposed to rain today too, but I'm going to open up this door, cook me some breakfast, and get my day started. These days fly by. Fly by before I know it, I'll be under there. In Turkey. This time when I go to Turkey, I already made my mind up. I am having them to put me to sleep. I'm not going to be able to stay awake through that process. Whatever it costs. Matter of fact, I'm going to text them today and say, you need to put that in there because I'm going to have to be put asleep when you all are doing my teeth. I stayed awake through that last time. And this time it's going to be a little bit because they're touching every tooth in my mouth. Put my ass to sleep. I'm going to let that be known right now. I'm not doing it. The day we get there, you can do it that day. I fly in, put me to sleep. I wake up with beautiful teeth. I'm not staying awake through this process. Too much anxiety already just thinking about it. I got another week to go before we have to fly my ass over there. But anyway, love to hear you all thoughts and opinions. I use the bathroom. I'm out of here today. It's Monday, May 60th, 2024. That coffee is finally working. All right, I'm out.